Good morning, everyone. Hazel here from South Africa, and I hope you're all doing very well. Before we start, I'd like to just do a little shout out to some new subscribers that I've gained, and I'm absolutely thrilled. I now have 107 subscribers, and since I've only been videoing since March, I'm quite pleased with my results so far. Anyway, moving along, we have snippets and grandma's buttons is the one prompt. The other one is altered envelope and coffee mug stains. Now, working backwards, altered envelope and coffee mug stains. My partner in crime, Candy, has given me the most exquisite envelope that she embossed, and it's absolutely beautiful. And trust me when I say that I have absolutely no intention of coffee staining this beautiful piece of art. There is definitely going to be something else done on here. And then, so that's coming up shortly. Altered envelope and coffee mug stains. So, now, snippets and grandma's buttons. I have quite a few snippet rolls that I have done in the past, and I started off by thinking, well, okay, this is quite a nice one. Let's just embellish this further and use that, because again, from Candy, two beautiful little buttons for grandma's buttons. However, so I added some color onto the snippet roll so that it picked up the red in the buttons. But then I thought to myself, you know what? My intention has been to use the prompts from this challenge to create ephemera and embellishments, etc., for my Remembery journal. And the Remembery journal at the moment is in its Edwardian phase, so it is kind of antique at this stage, and this is, I feel, far too modern and bright. So we put that back in the stash, and I have brought out scraps that are more in keeping with my Remembery. More of the antique magazine, some tissue paper that I stamped and played with, stenciled to create a nice piece of collage fodder. Here's another little piece of it. And then I've got some stickers and some little cutouts and so on. So that is where I'm going with this, I think. And my snippet roll is paper. I know, Jim, you said you wanted to see me using a fabric, making a fabric snippet roll, but honestly, to find all the paper, at least to find all the bits of fabric and iron them and get going, it's a little bit too much considering what I have on my plate at the moment. So it's back to the pill slips, which, thanks to Jem from New Zealand, was a hint that I got from her, where she used these, glued them all together and created the background for a snippet roll. So this is what I have here, and I think I'm just going to cut off a piece about this long. I'm trying to think that this is an A4 cutting mat, so it's the length of A4. I mean A5. 3. Come on, Hazel, get it right, will you please? It's A3. So I'm going to just use that as a guideline. So let me just tuck this under here to help get the straightening out started. Of course, as we glue and stick things on, so it straightens out nicely. But as I said before, space is an issue in this little spot where I work, so I have to be neat and tidy and keep putting stuff away. I hope you guys don't mind. Right. Now that you've seen what I kind of have in mind, I'm going to go off camera and get things started, because there's I couldn't think of anything less exciting than watching me stick little tiny pieces of very boring paper onto another piece of very boring paper. So here we are. I've decoupaged onto the till slips, as you can see, and just decided to do it on the side with all the printing on, and I'm quite glad I did, because it's afforded me quite a bit of extra texture in the background. You can see these 1, 2, 3. I'm sticking to the rule of 3 as best I can, because that's what's the most pleasing to the eye. Well, odd numbers are what's most pleasing to the eye. What was I saying? Okay, yeah, this is the tissue paper that I printed, stenciled, and played with a while back on a video, and now, having applied some goodness me, I'm not able to talk properly today. Liquid matte medium. It's made it even more transparent, and just sort of faintly in the background one can see the actual printing on the till slips, but really not enough to cause a problem, because I'm not finished with this yet. Okay, so we've got the tissue paper, we've got some of the lilac tissue paper as well, because that features quite nicely in the Edwardian section of the Remembery. And then tiny little offcuts of the antique magazine, because of that beautiful color. And then this, okay, and also brown packaging paper here and there, with a little bit of scrap. This here has a story. As you know, most of my stuff has a story. But I took a photograph of lichen growing on a rock when we went on our little camping trip in August. And I turned it into an A4 printout to use in my art journaling. And it does have rather interesting pattern and texture, as you can see. So I'm quite proud of that. Anyway, what we're going to do now is I want to just antique this a little bit. I'm actually going to just be dabbing on here with the what is it called, retro brown ink pad, just to add a little bit of extra color and interest to the background. Oh, it's coming up, starting to wake up now. Now this is rather strange. It's called retro brown, but it actually is full of glitter. I don't think that was meant to be. I got it from Temu, but it's actually quite nice because you kind of get a coppery glint. So it actually looks like I've applied metallic paint, but that's fine. It's actually adding interest. Okay, so I think what actually that works better, doesn't it? There we go. I'm going to use the retro black. I'm very, very disappointed, folks. I don't know if you remember, I was nattering on about having bought an ink from the local stationers that I assumed would be permanent because it was for documents and things, and I've since discovered that it's not permanent and it's smudging all over the place. But this is the one from Temu, which I know is permanent, so at least that's something that's working properly. There we go. I think that looks quite nice now. Got a bit of grunge. Never a bad thing. Just want to check. I think my light is too bright in here. Let me just see. No, the color goes weird. All right, that's fine. Okay, that's that sorted. And now, all I'm going to do on the snippet at present is to put a few stickers on, just 3, I think it is, to finish it off to a certain degree, because I have plans for this piece of snippet. I think, where is it? Number 15, prompt number 15 is belly band and butterfly labels. So I'm going to use this piece as the belly band. I'm going to use that for the background of the belly band, which I think will be rather lovely. I have all kinds of things I can add to it, but I'm not going to do it at the moment because you know, things change, and sometimes, I mean, who knows, I might be too far down the remembery and not have space for a what would you call it, not antique, well, let's say Edwardian style belly band, you know, because I'll be changing soon from one era to the next. Okay, so this one I think must go here, because what we're doing is using 3 of these. That's going to be rather nice. And what I've done is I've been quite sneaky. I'm using the same color flowers, which is a kind of an apricot, which actually goes quite well with the lilac as a color scheme. And what I'm also done is I've chosen the 3 different flowers stickers. This one has 3 blossoms on it. No, it doesn't have 3. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Anyway, it has a whole bunch. This one has 2 flowers, and this one has only 1. So that's looking quite nice up and down the belly band as well. I can't remember where I got these stickers from. I think I bought them in a shop. I don't think these are Temu. Most of my things, as you know, comes via Temu because the South African exchange rate makes things like Tim Holtz, even Amazon, way out of our price range. So yes, but there we go. I think this is rather lovely. We've got there's the next one, and there's the final one at the bottom. You know, I might, once I'm constructing the belly band, who knows, I might add butterflies and lace and all kinds of things once we get that far. But this is now the end of that one. And now we have to think about Granny's buttons. Well, I hope the rain on our roof is not making too much noise. And I'm quite sure you can hear the thunder. We're not sure what happened to summer this year because we don't seem to be getting much of it. We've had the most unbelievable hailstorm a couple of days ago. And, kind of sporadic rain on and off ever since. However, that does not really interfere with my art journaling, except this towel and this little red plastic bowl here to catch a drip in the ceiling. It's developed a leak, and it's kind of the roof slopes slightly, and it has wandered down, and it is dripping into this bucket, into this bowl, and I am most concerned about it reaching my printer and my computer. The printer not too, I mean the computer not so much. It's on the other side, but the printer is right here. Anyway, let's stop nattering. Let's just see what I can do before I have to switch off and mop up. Okay, so snippets and grandma's buttons. Snippet done and ready for the next step in its development as time goes on. Okay, so grandma's buttons. Unfortunately, I lost my little tin of inherited buttons, which was to me a tragedy. But, the men in the family couldn't understand my distress when I discovered that after one of our moves, the tin was no longer with us anyway. But I have taken out some buttons in my new collection, which are pretty much retro looking, in that this little teddy bear button, these were the sort of buttons that were very popular on kiddies' cardigans and little shirts and that sort of thing back in the day. They had teddy bears and butterflies and suns and stars and all sorts of things in buttons. And then this rather pretty little spotted green button, a little heart-shaped one, green button with a white flower on it, and then this lovely little textured one in the corner. I cheated. I haven't stitched these on. I glued them down. This is going to be the start of something else that's coming up soon, and it's part of the challenge. So we'll be seeing this one again as well. Okay, the splashing is becoming a little bit disturbing here. So I'm going to tick this off. Grandma's snippets and Grandma's buttons done. Okay, altered envelope and coffee stains. I'm going to have to leave that because there's too much splashing, too much water. A quick update on the leaky roof. This is now the following day. Today's Wednesday, and I'm able to do a little bit of a catch-up now. I spoke to Anton, my son-in-law, when he got back from work yesterday, and he went up on the roof and had a look. And apparently it's a bit of a disaster area. So this evening he's going to do some patchwork, just to plug up some of the damage, because we had quite a serious hailstorm a couple of days ago, and I think that's what's helped to damage the roof. But anyway, poked a hole in the soggy ceiling with a knitting needle, put a bucket under it and caught the water. Moved a few things out of harm's way, and this morning we had a good look around, and so far so good. There's not too much damage, so that is always a relief, isn't it? My little granny flat or cottage is a renovated and redesigned outbuildings, so probably find some shortcuts were made with the original building. But Anton and my daughter Claire renovated this whole thing for me, and it's absolutely beautiful. Maybe one day we'll do a walkthrough with my phone camera. But enough of the natter. Let's get on with the challenge. So we did snippets and Grandma's buttons yesterday, but with the leak starting, I didn't get around to chatting about what was, how this was made and where it came from. Those of you who've been here for a while will recall that I did this masterboard a little while ago, and was quite pleased with it. So I decided that I would use this little piece here, and I have a fair amount of green around, and green of course never clashes with anything, so it's a very safe color to use. And what I'm going to do with this is it's going to become a cluster in due course when we get to prompt number 26, I think, clusters and tangled threads. I'd actually started this and then found the prompt, so I was quite pleased. Fate intervened for me. So that's that sorted. Now let me tick off, have I done that? Snippets and Grandma's buttons, done and dusted. Then the next step is the altered envelope and coffee mug stains. Now Candy brought me the most exquisite envelope. She has embossed it, and it's absolutely beautiful. So what I've done is I've accentuated the embossing by taking some of my inks and just very, very gently buffing all over the envelope to bring it to the surface. And I think it's absolutely exquisite. I really don't want to do funky things with this because it is so very beautiful. So we're going to have a look at this and decide. I'll possibly put a faux stamp or two on here, and a postage stamp, and perhaps just leave it at that because it's just too beautiful. And I'll probably add to this because it's so lovely, and it does look very vintage. I think it might find a place in my Remembery. And then what I've done for the coffee stain is I've just taken a piece of paper, I've sprayed it with coffee to dye it, and then I made some strong coffee, poured it in a saucer, dumped my mug in it, and put it down on the paper. So there we have it. I've edged it, I tore the edges so that it looked nice and tatty, and I've inked all the way around, and I've sprayed extra coffee onto the paper, and that's that. I know it doesn't seem that I've actually done very much towards this prompt, but I just have plans. I have plans. I have gone and had a look. We've got all sorts of things where I could possibly use this envelope. Possibly not on the prompts in here, but I definitely have a plan for it in my Remembery. And as soon as I start altering it to go into the Remembery, I will show you, because I am a little bit behind having done the holiday, so some of the things that I could have prepared in advance I haven't. Anyway, that is the end of that. So I think possibly it might be an idea to just go this far and no further with the video, and then tomorrow I can start again, because tomorrow we have Leaves and Envelope and Owl, and I've already got ideas for that. And then Bookmark and Clear Packaging is puzzling, so I'm going to have a good think about that one. But yes, so I think for now let's call it a day. So let's put these things out and have another look at them. We have the soon-to-be belly band along there. Put that there like that. We've got the Granny's buttons on here. We have the beautiful envelope, and we have the coffee stained journaling paper. So I know this has been a little bit of a distracted video, and I do apologize for that, but please hit like if you liked it, and subscribe if you haven't subscribed. I would love to be able to get a few more subscriptions before the end of the year, so that would make me very happy. Anyway, stay safe, stay warm, those people who are overseas and living in winter now, and we will see you shortly. Bye bye.